the boneyard. We got we're in our old neck of the woods, and Faye wanted to come over here and pay respects to her father. I never met the guy. He passed away right before, you know, like just a couple months before I met Faye. And there he is right there. There. That's up there, and that's the boy cleaned it out. Probably gonna light a candle. But this is how they do it here. But you can see, you know, this is, they come here and just doesn't matter. They just throw all their stuff everywhere. Look at this. This is how a lot of these places are. The one over in Carmona was a lot nicer. I did a vlog on that one. They keep it real clean, but here, it's just a different. It's kind of like a different class of people over this way. You know, you got to watch where you walk so you don't step in the dog poo or something. You know, and look at all this. See what we get here. The whole place is like this. Even where we have one of our buddies is buried down by that blue thing down there, and they just throw. You know, look at this. They just throw their garbage all over. It's just the way they do it. And that's a shame. You know, this is some place you come sit and do some reflection instead of sitting in, you know, just such a disgusting crap hole. You know, more dog poop. So, but this is where we're at. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off for now. I'll walk you down here a little bit so you can see. What happens is these places, like where Dad is, it's so many thousand every 5 years. And in these boxes here, and if you don't pay it, they take them out and throw them in the garbage. That's what happens. Now he was in a big long one, and then when we went to pay after the 5 years, we came up here and they took them out and they took all the bones out of the casket and put them in a little box, and then they put them in a much smaller thing. It's not very deep. It's like a huge shoebox. You know, these ones, see how they're not very deep. I hope you can see that. Look here. You know, these are the ones that after 5 years where you go, and they just put your bones in there. See, but the other ones, they're much longer. They're way over on the other side. They'll fit the whole casket, and then, but like I say, and then 5 years was up here a year or two ago, and we moved them into the smaller one, and then 3 more years we got to pay again. You know, or they'll just pull it out and in the can will go. But I like how they did that tree there. They kept the tree, boy. That was cool. But this is the place. This is on the way to GMA. So and you can see, look at all these here. Yeah, it would be nice. Just every time we've come here, it's been always, you know, you think if they're charging you so much for this that they would at least have caretakers to come keep it clean. But they, you know, they don't seem to care. You know, last time we were here it was the same way. All right, it's Rickshaw out. Hey guys, we're here at Unky Onad's birthday party. Yeah. He's 50 and he's over the hill, kinda, just a little bit. And this guy, who are you?
I'm Terry.
All right. And we know this guy, Mr. Motorcycle Madness over here.
Mr.
He's a very quiet fellow. He hardly ever says a word. Hardly ever says a word, this guy. Except
Forget my code.
Oh.
How about me? You know me?
Yeah, I know you. What's your name again?
Santa. I forget.
You forget? Oh, his name is He Forgets. What about this guy over here, Mr. Drinky? Come on, Mr. Drinky.
Mr. Alfonso.
Okay, very good. What about you guys?
Drink today.
Hey, Mr. Mike.
I'm June.
Hey, John. Oh, we know you. We know you for a long time. And this guy?
I'm only George.
Yeah. See, we're at Ronald's, and Ronald is drinking this. This is a new brand of Red Horse that they came out with.
Yeah,
it's called Coca-Cola Red Horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best kind they ever made. It's a new kind. So we'll let you go here. Yes, Rick Shaw on the 21st of February. We're going to go past the old house here where we used to live. Hello, how are you? Huh? Oh, you bet. Come on. Holy cow! They're fixing it all up. Yeah, they're fixing the... That's our old house we lived in. Looks like they're doing one heck of a job. They're going to extend that porch, which was a real good idea. They put some nice lights in. They're working on it. I hear they've been working on it for like a year, is what the neighbors were saying. So that's kind of cool. And there's still some older ones sitting here that just sit. You know, people buy them and just leave them sit. They still increased in value considerably over here. But you got to remember here, the power hardly ever goes out. I think we had it go out one time in all the time we were living here, and then also the water. There's tons and tons of water pressure here, and always had water. You know, the only time we ever had water quit, they would put us a notice out and say they were going to do the tank cleaning, which was once a month, usually at the end of the month, and it was never off for that long, half a day or so, and then we'd have to run the water to clean the gook out because it would get some gook in the pipes. But this is the old hood where we were. Looks like they're really fixing this one up too. They're doing come on, Shakes. They're doing another room there. That's kind of cool. That's very neat. Come on out of the road. Come on. So I'm just walking around. The kids are going to be playing in the house for a while, so I figured there's some beagles. There's some baby beagles. Come on, Shakes. But I wanted to go down here and see how it is on the last street where they did the park and stuff like that. But a beautiful day. It's not too hot. We got a little bit of cloud cover, so it's not baking us in the sun. A little low to the ground truck. But yeah, we were here for quite a while in this neighborhood. The folks are nice. We were at Ronald's birthday, and one thing I noticed when we left there to come over here, we had some stops to make. My wife picked up some cake. We wanted to stop at the bank, and just 3 or 4 little stops along the way. And the thing about here that gets me to compare to Lipa City too is how many people's beg, because I didn't go in any of the places. I just sat in the car with the windows down, and it was just unbelievable how many beggars came up and they stick their head right in your window and start begging, and a lot of kids too. So well, we're gonna go look over here over the wall. I see they put up looks like a fancy den walkway thing here. I don't know how far it goes, but I might check it out. Oh, it's a big wide thing. We're gonna go over there and see if we can get in from this side. Come on, baby. But it's, I'll shut it off for now so this don't go too long. Well, here it is here. But looks like they're excluding the people who live in here from being able to use it from here. They got a lock on the gate, so that kind of sucks. We're going to walk back over by the house. Come on, puppy. My little puppy dog's doing pretty good at following. She was extremely good yesterday at Ronald's. She pretty much stayed by me. That's what I wanted, you know. Looks like somebody's in there now. Finally in there. A lot of dogs here. It just seems no matter where you go, wherever you go here in the Philippines, you're going to run into that or chickens, which, you know, that's just what you're going to deal with. So, but at least this neighborhood's not too dirty or messed up. But they were fixing up this one before, and now they modernized the heck out of this one. This one they went that far and that's it. I like the idea they put the gate on the corner. Makes it easy to get in and out of. But this one I really like how they fixed it up. They brought that big thing out. I think there's cameras out there, nice modern corner windows. You know, they're making it real nice. Yeah, this is I don't think it was a bad neighborhood, but there's the big water tower. You know, that's the size of water tower we should have where we're at now. Instead, we got one that's not even a quarter as big as that, which kind of sucks. But this is it. Well, we're in an old neighborhood. We're gonna probably do some more running around while we're over here. You know, the stupid dog gets right in front of my feet. But so I'm gonna go ahead and let you go for now. It's Rick Shaw. Hello, guys. Dry Dan here. We're back at the Saraha, and no water still. They sent most of the workers home because they need water. They can't work. Now those guys are still doing forms, but they're not going to be able to mix cement without water. There's a guy over there digging, but most everybody's home. They all need water to do their work. So, and there's still no water yet. You know, the neighbor said that, oh, they'll have the water on soon, but you know, soon to these people, who knows? Who knows what they're going to do here? But no water, guys. Still, now we got to go up to our neighbors over here. This fellow over here, he's got water that we can get. So we'll have to do that just to flush the toilets and bathe again. I don't get it. But we had a good safe ride coming home. We made great time on the highway. Everything was moving today. It wasn't too heavy in the traffic. But I did want to mention a fellow. There's this dude. He's got a channel. Every Man Has a Story. And I'll put it in the link. I'll have to go back and find it and put it in a link for you. But the dude really hit, if you're coming here, he hit a lot of things right on the head, boy. I thought it was a fantastic vlog. It was well thought out. And he nailed it, guys. And I'm going to, like I say, I'll put it in the description. I did add one thing to it in the comments. You can look down on the Rick Shaw comment. And that was the only other thing I could add to it that, you know, to make it complete. But that'll be a real good one. The kids had a blast playing with their buddy. They got some kind of a thing that you put in water, and they got little tools. They got to chip it open. They're supposed to be like a dinosaur or something in there. Their little friends gave them some gifts and stuff, which was kind of cool. But we're gonna get the rest of the stuff out of the car, and as soon as we do that, we got to load our water jugs in and whatever else we can put water in, and go fetch water. You know. This is what you got to look at in the Philippines when you get a brand new house. You know, this is something you just might run into. Not all the areas are like this. You know, we stopped back in our old neighborhood. It's on the video here, and saw the neighbors. That place always has plenty of water. But look at the big tank they got. You know, they got a fantastic tank. So, you know, there's some places that there's no problems. You know, I just, like, my big mistake was I assumed, you know, you get a new house from supposedly a premier builder in the Philippines, and you get nothing. And we're here in some of their other developments that they have. It's the same thing. It's the same deal. There's not enough water. And you had our old neighborhood on this video. It'll be on this one. I showed the big tank we have there, and we never ran out of water. But this little puny tank we got over here, it's gonna get worse. It's not going to get better here, because that little tank, they have to fill it manually. And if it's running out now every couple days with just these few houses we have in here now, what happens when all these houses come online? Look at all these houses are going up. 1, 2, 3. They're starting another one here. 4, 5. That's just from what I can see from my house. 6, 7, 8. Now, you know, these places will be coming online, and that's all okay for, you know, for this place that builds it plus the place that operates this. You know, like I think it was Kenneth left a thing on one of the one video about the water, saying with all this convent stuff going around, hey, aren't you supposed to be able to wash your hands and keep clean? And they can't supply that. You know, are these people promoting sickness? I just laughed. I was thinking, boy, we'll get home, there'll be water. I can get a shower. But no, that's not the way it's going to go. It's a royal bummer. But they're getting they're getting this house done. I like how they connected these two houses. They connected them right together. That would make it definitely stronger. I think they should have connected the roofs too. It probably should have been a thing they did, but see how these places, they build those, see that cabinet up there? You can't move that. And those bedrooms are so small, they'll be lucky just to get a twin bed in there. So not even a double would fit. But this is where we're at. I hate to do it, but this is the Philippines, and this is what just what you're gonna deal with on a regular basis. The one thing was funny when we were over in the old neighborhood that we don't have as bad here as over there is the slowpoke electric buggies. We don't have those, and also I have to honestly say, when you go like through GMA and then you go through Lipa City is considerably cleaner compared. And like you don't see so much dog poo. If our dog goes, if she goes in the grass, it's cool. Same with the neighbors. But once the houses all get in here, we'll have a pooper scooper, and they sell them here. We were at the nice little doggy store, and they had a really cool pooper scooper. I used to carry one with my dogs when I was in California because there wasn't any good places for them to poo, and you could put it down, and I'd just stick it down on the ground as soon as the dog was pooping, and they'd poop right into the scooper, which that's cool, and that's probably what I'll do here. It was the same type. It's just the one that here was made out of metal, and I'd rather have a plastic one, easier to clean. But we'll see how that goes. But our dog, we don't let her poo anywhere, where it's going to be a mess. In the grass here, that's fine. That stuff melts away pretty quick. But I'll be honest, guys. I'm just kind of a little bit aggravated. We did have a really nice visit. My buddy Onad, it was his 50th birthday. I did a little bit of stuff outside with the guys, but they started real early, and those guys were getting a little bit tired, and we didn't even stay up that late. I think everybody was in bed most everybody was in bed by 10 or so, except some of the younger guys that were visiting Onad's boys. They were up a little bit later, but even midnight they were all in bed. We popped up this morning. I was up about 5, and we headed out because we had some things we needed to run around and do in that area. And just real nice. It was nice, like I say, getting the kids to see their old buddies from the old neighborhood, and just seeing our neighbors. I showed you the picture of our old house, how they were fixing it up. The dude sold it right after we moved out, and the new people got it, and they've been working on it since. Looks like they're doing a pretty fine job, But those houses over there are pretty expensive. It would have cost me just to buy that house another $800,000 more than this one, and then to fix it up, to do all the stuff you wanted to do to it to make it right. That guy completely covered the upstairs porch where they had the awning over the kitchen area. That's all solid concrete now. He brought the porch all the way out the front, so they had a little bit of money, and they're making it real nice. And that would be something I would say, if you're going to come here, check the areas like that. Yeah, I can tell you for damn sure, and there's houses for there in sale, a bunch of them. There's loads of water. That entire division, all the different phases they have. We were in phase 9. Phase 8 and 9 was our section, and there's a whole bunch of them. They all got nice water, and there's houses in there. There's a lot of people who bought those houses and for investment, and they never did a damn thing to them, just left them sit. And then now people are coming in and buying them, and they're fixing them up, and I can attest the neighborhood's pretty good. Well, here it is too, though. I mean, the neighbors here are super nice folks so far. Everybody we've met, but over there also, people were nice. Security guards were all pretty good. We didn't have too much trouble with those folks over there. But the thing why I didn't like the area was, because the way, that whole Cavite, how when the governor it was in the middle of this convent stuff, how he took it upon himself to even be like worse than Manila, to lock everything down. And with all the parks, we went by the park where the kids were playing, because we had some time before the bank was going to open. and couldn't go there. It was closed. That park's closed too. So, you know, all this stuff with closing the parks, I'm not getting it. But we drove by some of the colleges, and they've got in-school learning. We saw kids crossing the street. We passed 2 or 3 colleges for these older kids, and they're all going to school. They're going inside. You can see them crossing the street and going inside with all their friends and stuff. You know, so, you know, I wonder when all this stuff's going to end. You know, it just seems so far, you know, it just seems never ending that, you know, it's just not quitting here. And who knows what's going to happen. I complain about here, but holy cow, I'm seeing all the baloney that's going on up in Canada, New Zealand, with the dude that's running that, dresses like a girl, but it's a dude. And, you know, these people just seem, you know, off their rocker a little bit. I had a thing, maybe I'll put it on the end, but there was what the dude did, Hister, way back, you know, 80, 90 years ago, what he did in the 30s. And what they're doing up in Canada is exactly, it's just about identical. And now we're seeing they're bringing in the UN guys, you know, because they don't care about those people. They'll jackboot them, they don't care. You know, oh, there's what you got inside of your thing. Wow.
I got a treasure chest inside.
Wow.
Look.
That's a scary monster and a treasure chest. Let me see that. Wow. They had to chip them apart. Did you chip yours apart yet? Can I open?
Yeah, please.
I'll get that when I'm done with the camera. What else did you get in yours? Did you break it open? Let's see. These kids, the neighbor,
I got the treasure chest.
oh boy. And you got one of those, dude. What's that?
This?
Yeah, that's like a scepter or something. Hey, that's pretty cool, mister. That's everything out of your block?
Yeah.
It was like a... Yeah. No, I'll get that when I got my hands clear. I can't get it with one hand. But their little neighbor friend gave each one of the kids, it's like a little block, and you got to put it in water. And there's a toolkit comes with it, and they got to smash it apart to hunt for the treasure, and that's their treasure they got. That was just those neighbors over there. We did, you know, really love those guys. And then they actually were out here not too long ago, and they had a swimming party, so we met up with them over here. And the one neighbor, he's moving out here by us. Even when we were living there, he said he was building a house over this way, and he knows this place. And he said, "Oh yeah, when we move in, we'll be, you know, you can come over for some barbecues and stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll bring some steaks, you know, steaks and a couple of beers." That's pretty cool, Maddie. And that's real nice because that's Dorothy's best buddy, their daughter. So, and they're going to move. They're going to leave the house over there and move into this one here. He runs some stores out this way, so it's a lot closer for him. That's for sure. And looking forward to seeing his new house. It's supposed to be that they're moving in. I guess they got the turnover, but they haven't moved in yet. So that's going to be a lot nice. That, you know, we got some pretty good friends we made that we're going to get to see on a more regular basis, which is really cool. And Dorothy, she was just ecstatic that she got to play with her buddy, and her little buddy was so excited. They were running around, jumping, and you know how kids do. So I'm glad of that. But I just hope that things will open up. You know, you got to think about this for a minute, guys. For somebody my age, it's a lot of you guys out there, for us to have this 2 years of being locked down, okay, it's a bump in the road. Hopefully it's over soon. But you got to remember, when you got little kids, you know, like Geronimo, that's half his life already. You know? Yeah, I told you when I get done with the camera work, you have to pay attention when I talk, okay, pal? So, you know, they're not, these people, they're talking about all this and all this sickness, blah, 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 but nobody's looking into the problem that these kids are going to have as they get older. They're not going to be socialized properly. You know, nothing's going to go right for them because they don't have the background. And they're going to be doing nothing but playing catch up here. And, you know, we've done as much as we can to get them out whenever we can. You know, we just do it if we find something's open. And other good news we heard, now we don't know if it's true or not yet, but they said they came down a little bit on the number. You know, they give you these numbers of you can't do nothing if it's a certain number. And I guess it was lowered down one, and we heard that the Robinsons Mall and the S&M Mall they're not asking for the jab card anymore. So I don't know. I still want to go there. You know, I would just like to go there to see if that's true or not, and maybe vlog that. But I personally myself, we found that store that's over by Wes's. It's clean. It's just well put together. The folks are real friendly. It's not super crowded all the time. And you know something, guys? It's from the shop. That's even my wife liked the store. The kids liked it. And there seems to be easy parking and just no headaches. You know, it's just no headaches to get in there. And the traffic going to there is my problem. But hey, it's like we're only going to do it once a month. I like to do my big major shopping at the beginning of the month. I go out and spend and buy all the meats and butters and all that kind of stuff we need, the big stuff. And then through the month, we don't ever shop there for the veggies or anything. We go to the local markets. Sometimes we even stop along the road. We'll see a little old lady, and she'll have an apple cart with grapes or whatever and mangoes and all that stuff. And if their prices are good, we'll fill up right there. I mean, and they're happy because, you know, a lot of times when I stop at the fruit thing, you know, we go to the market, we'll spend a couple thousand pesos easy, you know, $40 on fruit, sometimes more, you know, sometimes less. Sometimes on these carts you can't spend that much because they don't have a big variety. But if they got bananas, mangoes, grapes, and all that, I'll easily spend 1,000 pesos there because the kids suck this stuff up. I mean, we get those big bag of grapes and they'll clean those things right out. Mangoes, my goodness, they'll eat a couple mangoes a day. And I don't mind giving it to them as long as they eat it. I don't like to get stuff where they waste. And they don't really seem to do that when it comes to fruit, apples and pears. And one thing, guys, is when you come here and you're buying the pears and you see them in the cart, they're usually beautiful pears here. They're like a big round apple is what they look like a big yellow apple. But always pick up the heavy one. And when you eat these pears compared to the States, I'm telling you, they're just the best damn pears. And then that dragon fruit, that's what Wes was saying. I couldn't think of the name. They got these cactus-like grows. A lot of people have them, and it's fantastic. Now, I've never seen the different colored ones. Wes was saying there's white ones in different colors, but the ones around here we've been getting, they're like beet juice colored. And they look like a cross between a beet and a kiwi, and they're fantastic. I can eat 5 or 6 of those at a sitting. You know, sometimes for lunch, you know, it's all we want sometimes. We don't have to always cook something, you know. Now tonight we're home. I got some soup. I think we're gonna have soup and sandwiches a little bit later. Faye's got a dang chicken she wants to cook, but I think we're gonna have, instead of the traditional stuff with the chicken, I think I'm gonna make some soup and sandwiches and all that. But you know, we got to get up here. I got to get up and go get some water. Faye's hounding me to go get the water now, so we have it. I think she wants to be done, but I was in the car for a long time, and we had the dog. So when the kids were playing, you know, it was a couple hours. I was basically walking around that neighborhood and then sitting in the car because you know I'm not going to bring my dog into their house. They got dogs now. Ronald, that's okay. He doesn't mind, and you know, we bathed her up real good. We brought the dog soap, and here it was the same type. Ron was saying that's the same type that his boy buys, and they keep those dogs real clean too. His son Dave really keeps that dog clean. That's the older brother of this one, a litter before. And I got a sneaky suspicion old Shakes is going to get pretty damn big because he's 1 litter older, however long. I don't know how long dogs do. You know how long it takes them to birth them. I forget. I used to know, but she's going to get big. She's going to get big and lanky because the male that he's got, that Jack Russell, is just absolutely beautiful. Well, first time I saw him, I just wanted him, and he's a friendly guy, and he's no dummy. These dogs, I'm telling you what, if you want to get a real sharp dog, I tell you, Jack Russell would be the way to go. Definitely the way to go. But when we were in there, when we were at the vet place, when we got the thing, Faye found the dogs, you know, the picture of all the dog breeds on the wall. It was like a big poster they had up. And ours didn't really look like the Jack Russell. It looked more like the Fox Terrier, like that.
In the treasure chest, I got a snake.
Really?
I got a little snake.
Oh,
There's more stuff inside.
well, don't let him bite you. Watch you don't bite your dude. That's why that dude's got the sword, huh? So he can bap the snake. Let me see your tools. Let's show the people on camera the tools. See, okay, it came with the tool kit.
And this thing.
Yeah, and then you dig it out. Pretty cool, Maddie. He's all excited and happy. They do pretty good with their toys. We do a lot of times when they get a lot of toys. Then what we'll do is we'll get a big care package up, and I'll say put all the toys that aren't broken that you're not going to play with anymore in the box, and then we take it around and give it. Usually when we go over by Ronald's, like when they had their old scooters and stuff, we went by the kids today and they were riding the scooter, so that was cool. They're getting some use out of it, and the kids are into their bikes now. I mean, holy cow, we put so many miles in the development on the bikes, it isn't funny. But I'll tell you what, it's what the kids need to do. The kids need to do that, and nobody seems to bug us. There were some places that said you had to have a mask on, but I always tell the kids, I do not want you putting that completely over your face, just your mouth, and breathe through your nose. And that's how they do it. And usually once we get inside and you start seeing a lot of people inside that don't have them, I just say, just leave it, just unhook it, leave it hanging on your ear or something. And nobody's, it's like, it's not like it was a year or so ago where they were really on you about everything, And like when I was at SM, when that one guard, he just was on my butt, and he didn't even have his on. It wasn't the mask; it was the face shield, And he had his up. It was just the stupidest thing. And then he just was like, he was a real tall Filipino, and I guess he just didn't like guys taller than him. I don't know, little man's disease, but from a tall guy. But he was one of the tallest Filipinos I've seen. He had to be at least 6 feet, 6'1", and that's pretty tall for here. And I'm like, dude, why you come tell me? Look at the two workers over there. Most all the workers had theirs up, And so that's how it was getting. But that seems to be going away now. But the thing I'm not getting about here is that they're sticking with the PCR, and they found out that it's a faulty test for this. It does not work properly. It gives more false positives. I've seen numbers. I saw that British Prime Minister guy saying that it gives 94% false positives. That's just crazy, and I'm believing it too, because so many people were, when this was begun, were put into quarantine, and they're walking around fine. I don't even know I'm sick. I feel great. I'm fine. So, and I vlogged that. I put stuff on that. So, I don't know, but I'll go ahead and let this go. I'll stick these ones together. There's a little bit in the front about the cemetery. We stopped down there, and it's, I just wish they'd clean that place up a little bit. If I had a big leaf rake, I'd go, and we lived close, I'd volunteer to go up there and rake that out at least, once a week or something. Just to try to keep it nice, because when I was in the States, like where my grandparents are buried, my mother, some of my uncles, and then up on the reservation where a lot of uncles are buried and all that, those places are like spotless. And then also out towards Das Marinas, where a couple of our friends and their parents are buried, just absolutely nice. That's one of those cemeteries where the headstones are all flush with the ground, so the mower can just zip, and they keep it cleaned up and real nice. There's always guys in there working, keeping it nice. And then we go to this one over here, and it's like, wow, really strange. But like I say, I'm gonna let you go. And this is, I don't know, what was I, Dry Dave, or this is reporting to you from the Sahara. We'll see you guys later.